You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, YNR fans, we have a comings and goings update for you that's very exciting. And then I also have some info that I've been asked to share about an actress who's not been seen in a while. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm going to unpack this casting news. But first, click subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the Young and the Restless spoilers and updates we have for you. So first, I'm going to talk about the actress that I keep getting asked about. I've been hit up for info from a few people here in the comments about the fate of Brytni Sarpy as Elena Dawson. She has not been seen on YNR since November 10th, and that definitely doesn't look good. I know that she was at the Christmas party, so I believe she is definitely still on the canvas there. You know, I think she still is part of the soap opera. But if Brytni were still on contract, I mean, it stands to reason we'd have seen her by now unless she's taken a leave of absence. I didn't really see a bunch of like new work or anything on her IMDb, so that wouldn't necessarily make sense to me. I feel like CBS might have quietly backburnered her and moved her to recurring off of contract. The network is notoriously tight-lipped about hirings, firings, and change of status from contract to recurring. But given the lack of storylines and screen presence for Dr. Elena Dawson, it just doesn't look like she's on contract anymore, which, you know, is kind of frustrating as a viewer. Brytni is gorgeous and she's quite a good actress. This was a similar problem, by the way, because she used to be over on General Hospital. She had an interesting character there. She did a really good job, but then they just stopped writing for her. I mean, the last action Elena had on YNR was glaring at Victoria and Nate and kind of stomping off. Nothing since Victoria stole her man. I'd be happy to have Elena back to date Kyle Abbott, though. I think that would be kind of cute. So the big news I have, though, is that Mishael Morgan is on her way back. She actually is back as Amanda Sinclair, super duper corporate attorney. If you recall, Amanda does legal work for Chancellor Winters, and there are a few matters that might need her legal expertise, but don't forget, Heather Stevens is an attorney also working at Chancellor Winters. And the fact that they're not using her for whatever they've brought Amanda in for is a big red flag to me about this that kind of points to maybe a plot twist coming. Michelle shared a photo of herself in her dressing room on the CBS soap opera set. She flashed the costume tag for her outfit of the day. And of course, it listed her character name as Amanda in case there was any question. No, she's not back as Hillary, back from the dead. And Michelle captioned the post, "Guess who's popping in for a visit?" All right, so now let's talk about why they need Amanda Sinclair back in Genoa City. So remember, Abby Newman wants a seat on the board to help protect CW from Tucker McCall. Devon Hamilton is all for it, but he said they have to get their ducks in a row. So I don't think that this thing is the legal matter that Amanda is coming to town to deal with. I mean, it'd be awkward. Abby is the woman Devon cheated with when he was with Amanda. So it'd be super sketch to bring Amanda to town to facilitate his cheating partner's promotion to the board of directors of his family company. So surely that is something Heather Stevens can take care of in her capacity as a corporate attorney for Chancellor Winters. So if not the Abby thing, why bring Amanda back when they've got Heather? So I just wonder if it's because Heather is linked to the legal matter that they want Amanda Sinclair to untangle. Given that Mishael Morgan was on set on January 24th, her appearance should fall right at the end of February sweeps, maybe early March, but more likely February sweeps because they film right at 4 weeks ahead. Right now, Daniel Romalotti just hit the sheets with his ex, Heather, behind Lily Winters' back. And then, bizarrely, Daniel turned around and confessed to Devon that he's cheated, says he needs to talk to Lily about it, but he wants to wait until it'll be less stressful for her because she's dealing with some issues with this wildfire and her daughter. It's maybe the most bizarre maternity leave excuse I've ever heard. However, I'm certain if Daniel doesn't come clean to Lily soon, Devon will do it for him. He will bust him out. That's what a good big brother would do. He should have punched him in the face when Daniel first admitted to it, much less telling Lily. He should do both. So with Christel Khalil being out on maternity leave since early November, it's likely that she's back soon. She may already be filming and she's one of those private people, which that's fine. So we just don't have a lot of information. So we may see Lily before February sweeps is over and done as well. So if this is a legal matter that Heather's not allowed to handle, that points to it being a Daniel issue, possibly also a Heather issue. Is Amanda back to help cut business ties between Daniel and Chancellor Winters and maybe to get rid of Heather too? You know, Daniel runs that game platform Omega Sphere, but it's under the umbrella of CW. That means that little cheating incident of his could cost him his livelihood. And remember, Daniel didn't fund the development of Omega Sphere. If I recall correctly, and definitely drop your comments if you remember it being otherwise, I'm pretty sure that Chancellor Winters did the R&D and they paid for the game to be developed. So I bet they own the game. So I wonder if they're going to end up in a fight over it. Maybe Amanda is showing up in town to crush Daniel, to fire him, and make sure Lily and CW keep that game. I mean, can you blame Lily if she does that? Plus, I wonder if Amanda's also needed to write a termination agreement for Heather. I'm not sure how legal it is to fire someone that's on your legal team for boning your boyfriend, you know. Then again, Chancellor Winters might have a morality clause in their employment agreement. If so, sleeping with the boss's guy could definitely get her the boot. I'm certain something like that would violate most morality clauses in contracts. I mean, of course, Heather and Daniel can do whatever they want together, but then they have to face the consequences together. So the good news is if Amanda Sinclair is in town to take out the trash, then Heather and Daniel both could lose their jobs over betraying Lily, and that could set the stage for those two to leave Genoa City. I'd be glad to see the cheaters go. I'm sure Devon Hamilton and Jill Abbott would support Lily if she decides to kick them out of CW. I mean, Jill's dealt with plenty of snakes like Heather before. So for whatever reason she is back as Amanda, I am super excited to have Mishael Morgan back. She's fabulous. I'm guessing she's not going to stick around too long. She generally doesn't. And the really exciting thing about Amanda Sinclair's return is that it might signal the end of the storyline where Lily's being betrayed by people that she's done nothing but nice things for. So I feel like Daniel and Heather each deserve a karmic slap, and maybe Amanda's back to deliver it. Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely drop your comments and come back soon. I'm here talking Y&R with you guys 7 days a week. And as always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.